Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Heat in Miami. For Miami, they come into this game having won 3 straight, looking to make it 4. We'll see if they can get it done. So many teams playing at a faster pace nowadays. Tonight, though, Kenny, we see lots of half-court sets.
Yeah, because it takes craft to run an offense in the half court. You just can't run up and down and jack shots up. This is winning time, half court basketball. And you find the matchups and you exploit them, Ernie.
And you have to remain patient. You have to remember, Ernie, it's chess, not checkers.
What were you better at, chess or checkers?
Checkers.
Have you played chess?
Never.
King me.
That's checkers.
Oh.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
That's chess.
Yeah. It's just checking. Make sure you knew.
Checking, get it?
No.
Checkmate, checking?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel very stupid. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Starting at shooting guard, at 6'6", number 22, Josh Richardson. The big man, 7 feet, number 27, Yusa Nurkic. Starting at power forward, at 7'0", number 21, Hassan Whiteside. At the other guard position, at 6'3", number 0, Damian Lillard. Erik Spoelstra is scoring the coach.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We are in Miami, Florida, the American Airlines Arena, home of the Heat. And of course, Goran Dragic. Without his presence, they'll have to overcome the hole there.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, they didn't just let him go for nothing. I mean, they got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
So Sacramento will get the first possession. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Buddy Hield is out there with Young. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Bagley. And it's Dedmon into the center position. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. We've already seen a few players make, Brent, a big leap over last year. Their hard work is really paying off.
The interesting thing over the past few years is just how intricate the off-season training is for players. And this is why I think the evolution of the game feels like it's been sped up. So many specialized coaches, so much time that guys want to work on facets of the game that are opening up opportunities. And with so much space that's on the floor for guys, we get to see those skill sets a little bit more often on a nightly basis. Awesome to see that players continue to strive to maximize their potential.
I agree. Now, here's Lillard. After the miss from Trae Young. Here's Richardson. Comes up empty down low. The Kings have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Young against Lillard. And it goes down 2 points.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
And Lillard kicks to Winslow. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. On the wing, Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. There's Nurkic. And there's the rebound by Dedmon.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Young against Lillard. Hield outside. Dedmon a screen. Shot off the screen. Misses off the right eye.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Whiteside, a screen on Caldwell Pope. It's stolen by Hield. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. There's the pick. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Eric Spoelstra.
And Coach had nothing but praise for his players, saying, "They've done everything I've asked. They put in the extra work in practice, trying to turn their weaknesses into strengths. That's showing up in the win column. As a coach, Kevin, it's probably the best you can ask for." Back to you.
Thanks, David. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Richardson the pass to Lillard. Screen by Nurkic. They need this. Rebound by the Kings.
I'm not sure if it's a bad start or unlucky here. 0 for 4. Can't think too much about it. Just got to get that first one to go.
Dedmon a screen. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. 5 on the clock. Bagley sends a screen for Caldwell Pope. Off the left rim and out.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there. Carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Now, here's Nurkic. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds, guys. Can't forget about the fundamentals.
Poke loose. Miami with the ball. Whiteside kicks to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Richardson. Screen by Nurkic. The Heat keeping it alive. Fresh 24. Nurkic a screen on Caldwell Pope. Winslow the pass to Richardson. Here's Nurkic. Dedmon with the block.
Some more of the reach effect of Dedmon. The way he times that one. Impressive shot blocking ability.
Here's Hield. And the shot is long. The Heat trail by 7. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Whiteside sets the pick for Richardson. Hield kicks to Young. Back to Hield. Bagley sends a screen for Hield. Dedmon a screen. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Miami's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
And what a story for Hassan Whiteside. A second-round pick back in 2011. He's bounced around. I mean, the G League, China. He even played over in Lebanon. It wasn't until 2015 that he emerged seemingly out of nowhere as a factor for the Miami Heat.
Now here's Caldwell Pope following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. Bagley sends a screen for Hield. Hits the three-point bomb. Hield's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Still the strongest part of Buddy Hield's game. He is a lethal shooter. What a perfect stroke that was.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And Whiteside in 2016 receiving a 4-year max contract rate from the Heat.
Amazing how far he's come. Set the franchise record for most blocks in a game. And pretty impressive when you think of the big men who played for the Heat. We're talking Lonzo Mourning and Shaquille O'Neal, no less.
And the Heat making a change here. Wade's checked in. And a change for Sacramento. McLemore's checked in.
Yeah, Lillard is fearless, able to take that hit and calmly knock one down and one.
Well, Damian Lillard has never been one to doubt himself, and when he plays, he exudes confidence.
Has a short-term memory, which allows him to keep attacking, even after he's missed a few. It feels he is as good as any other guard in our league, and that's the mentality you have to have on offense. He might be as good as any other guard in this game.
Well, I love to watch Lillard play. He's from the Bay Area. That's where I'm from. Did you know that, Kevin? I mean, I'm a Bay Area product. We could talk more about that later. But he's fearless, heartless. He usually saves his best for last. It's Lillard time in the fourth quarter.
Now, here is Young. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Washington.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
The Heat trail by 10. Wade passes to Lillard. Right side trying to break free. Lillard misses.
You got to fight through things like this right now. His team needs him to shoot better. He's just had a tough quarter.
Here's Hield. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in. Hield's got 5.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Winslow with it. Picked up by Bagley. Winslow dishes to Lillard. It's Richardson on the wing. Whiteside, a screen on Hield. Richardson, no luck.
Yeah, this is where you might elect to pass out of the slump rather than shoot out of it.
Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Now, here's Richardson. A 17-point game for him in the win against Portland. And it's good, 2 points.
Well, when you have a guy with that kind of size and the skills that come along with it, Whiteside, an excellent option on the interior.
There's Bagley. Hassan Whiteside made his last nest. Young with the ball. He's got 8. Bagley sends a screen for Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
The defense, not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
Wade, first shot, first best. He's out of the blocks fast.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
And Young kicks to McLemore. Pass to Hield. Back to McLemore from downtown. It's hauled in by the Heat. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And it's blocked.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooter.
Now here's McLemore. Tight defense on him. Kicks it to Hield. Dedmon a screen. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Heat.
And they've really shied away from the mid-range. That's a new school style, and looking for shots beyond the arc and at the rim. Those tend to be far more efficient.
And the pass to Wade. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And even though Father Time Brent has taxed Wade on his athleticism quite a bit, you can still see glimpses of it when it matters most.
That seems to be the way of Wade right now, is waiting for the moments, the bigger moments, to step up and hit big shots or make the right play. He won't make plays as often as he once did throughout the course of a regular season game, but instills some confidence in his teammates on the floor come crunch time.
No good on the free throw. And Dwayne Wade had hoped to return to the Miami Heat Last season, at the trade deadline, he got his wish.
And it just seems right when he's in a Miami Heat uniform. It's a second home for him, and he's back where he belongs, baby. Wade County.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Whiteside. Bam Adebayo comes in for Justice Winslow. Johnson, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Curry subbed in for Lillard. And he's good on the second. Let's talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, it seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first start with saying that I didn't play any, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sets as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon, but that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things. Rotations and playing angles and having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of him.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end, and five guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
Now here's Johnson. Curry, wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Sacramento leading by 6. Caldwell Pope outside. Marjanovic is screen on Johnson. Caldwell Pope on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Pass to Farrell to end the drought. That shot, no good. And the Heat going the other way now. Push for a win against Portland.
And you know what? Up against the weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
What I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Labissiere, the screen. Caldwell Pope outside. He can't hit that time. Johnson with some nice D. Here's Wade, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Ben McLemore.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
For Miami, they have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
First free throw is good.
Well, this Heat team is a collection of a hodgepodge of players, just interesting combinations, guys who can switch all over the floor. But I think they're still trying to find out what their role is. Who's going to end up stepping up to be the scorer that they lean on, and they try to be greater than the sum of their parts under Eric Spoelstra. Some nights they are.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Farrell. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. There's a screen by Marjanovic. They need this one. Labissiere trying to break free. And Marjanovic with the layup. And the Kings lead by 4. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Curry with it. Now defended by McLemore. And it's Wade with the jam.
Time and time again, Dwayne Wade up around the rim, gets up big time for that alley-oop.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Now here's Caldwell Pope. And in the game with Washington, he did not play well.
Labissiere with great timing and some great chemistry being shown on that play.
Here's Wade. 4-point game. 2 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. He kicks it to Nurkic. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Marjanovic. And it's off the back rim. No good. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
We've got Johnson, D-Wade out there with Curry. Then there's Dion Waiters, and it's Adebayo in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the group on the floor for Miami. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Evan?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Marjanovic, and once again off the mark by Sacramento. The Heat shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Here's Wade, and to get open is Johnson, and it's good off the back rim and in. And 11 points for Dwayne Wade. The Kings trailing. And McLemore kicks to Marjanovic. There's a screen by Marjanovic to the middle. Dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Pass to Wade. And there's the call on Kuzminskas. That's his first foul. Here's Johnson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Josh Richardson, the 40th overall pick, right back in 2015, a hardworking young player who's had a lot of good veteran mentors in this Miami Heat locker room.
Yeah, and he took advantage not only of what Dwayne Wade said to him, but the time that Dwayne Wade wasn't playing, he stepped in and seized an opportunity to get those minutes. He's had some scorching hot shooting numbers, too. His rookie year was phenomenal. And it came in and drew attention from guys from the three-point line, so looking to be consistent on that end.
He misses the free throw. Over the last decade or so, a huge transformation, Brent, in the way games are played. Do you see any additional changes on the horizon?
I wonder if the league will think about, and I think it'd be interesting, if they had a three-point line that just disintegrated into the sideline. We have the split, and we have the archway, right? We'll go down the sidelines. It'd be really interesting if the league, maybe in summer league, experimented with the three-point line being equidistant the whole way around.
Going right out of bounds.
Yeah, so right out of bounds, it eliminates the corner three. It would impact the way you would defend the corner shot, because now it doesn't have a a value of 3, 1 point more for a shorter shot seems to be a little unfair as it is, and we know it's the most valuable shot in basketball.
No doubt.
But I wonder how that would look, and maybe Adam Silver and the committee will look at a summer league where the three-point line just disappears in the sideline, eliminating the corner three.
And it's the Kings with the ball after Dion Waiters' three-pointer that didn't go. Knocks it loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
And a quick check of the stats for Johnson. How he did last season. Last year averaged 10 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
And Kuzminskis gets it to go. And the Kings lead by 4.
And every once in a while, Labissiere will find his teammate for the high percentage shot. Love to see the big man dish it out.
Now, here's Wade. This time out, he had 14 points. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And that one is good. And it's 13 points for Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
And McLemore kicks to Marjanovic. Here's Farrell, guarded by Kirk. Farrell can't hit. The Heat have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Wade outside. Outside Kirk. From outside, off the mark. Sacramento's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Kuzminskis, no good. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Waiters outside. Pass to Curry. Wade on the wing. Waiters outside. On the wing, Johnson fires from the corner. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Marjanovic. The pass to Farrell. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Farrell kicks to Kuzminskis. Passes it to Marjanovic. Sacramento again missing. Miami trailing. To the paint. Outside Curry. Back to Waiters. Out to Wade. Waiters outside. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. Waiters got his first 3 points of the game. So the Kings call timeout, their first. Dion Waiters, Brent, with a game that evokes a lot of different opinions.
Well, count the Miami Heat in that group. They've seen the potential. They rewarded him for that potential. Now we just got to see him on the floor on a consistent basis.
And a new group in for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Johnson. Winslow comes in for Dion Waiters. Josh Richardson's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Lillard subbed in for Curry. And then for Sacramento, Bagley, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hield comes in for Kuzminskis. Young is subbed in for Farrell. There's Winslow. Scala this year picking up that last basket. Winslow with it. Labissiere's there. Winslow's shot is off. Now, here is Young. He's got 8.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from three-point range this quarter.
Winslow setting the pick for Whiteside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. There's a screen. Here's Richardson, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender up.
Just a tiny bit of room there for Josh Richardson. And once the screen gives him that, it's golden.
Labissiere with the screen for McLemore. Here's Young, and it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Young with the steal. Richardson against Hield. Young outside to the right side. Now here's McLemore. Covered by Winslow. 5 to shoot. Labissiere, the pass to McLemore. That shot off.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
And that one, good. Winslow's got the game tied up here for the Heat.
Great self-confidence from Winslow on that play, taking it up strong inside.
Hield against Richardson. Hield dishes to McLemore. Kicks to Young. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Lillard against Young. Pass to Whiteside. Over Labissiere. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
Young against Lillard. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the Heat now. Heat have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. He kicks it to Whiteside. They set the pick. Here's the 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, getting caught on a screening roll is just a killer there, especially guarding Lillard. Trigger just too quick.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
Yeah, two clubs that rarely face off, East versus West. This is going to be a nice treat for the fans.
Kicking off this 2-game season series, I expect a lot of feeling out by both teams and the coaching staff. And then a number of subsequent adjustments in this one.
Some changes for Sacramento. Wayne Dedman comes in for Labissiere. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for McLemore.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. That time working inside.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Right side, good. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Hield kicks to Bagley. Hield, the pass to Bagley. A three-pointer off the mark. Miami's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Ball's not loose, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Damian Lillard, 3rd.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Timeout called the Heat.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play. But the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Miami.
And a moment here to check out some numbers for Nurkic. Good season for him last year. 10th in blocks, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot blocker. 6 to shoot. Right side a screen. Off the screen. Poked away. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession. And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come, he's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
Now, here is Young. 13 points in the game. Pass to Hield. Over Richardson. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 7 points for Buddy Hield.
Good job in the mid-range. Buddy Hield getting squared up and scores.
Whiteside, a screen on Hield. Here's Lillard. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you can hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes.
Bagley can finish up by Bagley.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. There's the pass to Whiteside. And he uses the glass on the layup. Whiteside's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
And it's Bagley that time on the assist by Hield. And it's 6 points for Marvin Bagley.
And he's just an attacking player. A guy who doesn't mind a little contact. Bagley there with a strong finish.
And Lillard kicks to Winslow. Whiteside sets the pick for Winslow. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the Sacramento Kings get called for the foul. Hassan Whiteside, a max player for the Miami Heat. But I've heard some analysts say, Brent, that they question whether he's a Miami Heat type of player. Why is that?
Well, the Heat are built around a pretty much maniacal work ethic. There's a lot of grinders. And you look at Whiteside as a draft prospect. He worked out for the Heat and actually walked out midway through a workout. Yet they stuck with him. They kept tabs on him. And they brought him in. And they've paid him handsomely to be out there and be impactful. That's got to be on a nightly basis.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, the Kings entering their second full campaign here without DeMarcus Cousins. Did they get equal value in that trade that they made? Probably not, but they have the flexibility and they've added to this roster with some young talent and see if they can make some combinations here work to escape the mediocrity that they're in.
The feed to Dedmon. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And the Kings talked about a culture change as they parted ways with Cousins. Brent, do you see it that way?
Well, DeMarcus Cousins was learning and growing. And the interesting thing, you go back to his relationship with Denver Nuggets coach now, Mike Malone. It seemed like they were on a good path, and then a lot of other things happened around this basketball team. So,
gentlemen,
just trying to clear the air, trying to make things fresh and new. They have the new arena. I think that's helping them along. But now it's incumbent on front office to deliver with this clean slate they have in front of them.
A free throw drops for Dedmon.
Well, from the D-League to dominating defensively, Dwayne Dedmon hustling around.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams. But he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
Sacramento's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Lillard against Young. Dedmon a screen.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Richardson against Hield. Richardson the pass to Lillard. Three-pointer. And the Heat, another 3.
Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
And Young kicks to Dedmon. Hield outside. Bagley with the ball. It's picked up by Whiteside. The kick out to Young. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and it's been a good one. Heat lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Well, we try to go inside. You know, that's our strength anyways. For us, you know, our bread is buttered inside, so we try to play high-low. And then if the threes come out of that, great, but we want to try to get everything to the rim.
Coach, it all starts with that entry pass to the big, and then everybody plays off of him. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 13 points and 1 assist. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, let's start with you. What do you think about the Heat?
Well, I like their effort on the boards because a game could come down to just a few key possessions, and extra rebounds can give you those extra possessions if you work at it.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Well, this is a close game. Every point matters. Right now, they're not getting to the line much. To win this kind of matchup, you got to be the aggressor. You got to be, you just got to be aggressive. Let's just see if they can ramp up their intensity, Ernie.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really value each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
The Heat leading by 3. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. They've got Young. Caldwell Pope out there with Bagley. Then it's Dwayne Dedman, and it's Hield in at the 2. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. The Kings trail by 3. It's Young on the wing, offered by Lillard. Dedman a screen. Here's Hield. That one off the back iron and out. Heat shooting in this game, 45%. Now Winslow. Pass to Lillard. That one misses. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard. Probably their weakest area in that game.
No doubt we could talk about them getting dominated physically. That's exactly what happened there. They got pushed around the entire game.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Dedman a screen. Hield kicks to Dedman. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Bagley. He has 6. Young outside. Just 5 to shoot. They kick out to Hield. Over Richardson.
They look frustrated. 0 for 3. Not how you want to start the third quarter.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you. Now here's Hield. Ivan Bagley missing his last shot. Young outside.
first thing that jumps out at you about Young, that seemingly limitless shooting range and the spacing that affords for this offense.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 13. Kicks to Whiteside. Here's the screen. High post, Nurkic. Screen by Nurkic. No, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And one on Caldwell Pope.
Amazing how much James Johnson gets leaned on for what Miami wants to do offensively. Out of Wake Forest, a very versatile 6'8" forward, and plays a ton of positions for Eric Spoelstra.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Hoop shots.
First free throw is good. It just seems like James Johnson has some point forward in his game. What do you think, Brent?
I think that Eric Spoelstra has just championed that part of his game and trusts him to make the right decisions. And when your teammates have that kind of confidence in your playmaking ability, sometimes the opportunities for you to make the right pass, they grow.
And Richardson drops them both.
So much inside of Josh Richardson that is yet to be tapped into. An athletic shooting guard who can play both ends of the floor.
Now, here is Young. 16 points for him. Misses off the right eye.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities. And the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his first foul. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Young.
And this is why Young is so dangerous. He just gets that shot off so fast before the defense can react.
Now here's Whiteside. 9 points in the game so far. Nurkic setting the pick for Richardson. From the line. Offensive rebound. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's foul number 2 for him. The Kings trail by 6. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. The terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
Now, here's Richardson. He's got 6. Nurkic a screen on heel. In the corner, Winslow with it. Clock at 6. Screen by Nurkic. Bagley with the rebound.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
Here is Lillard following the three-pointer by Buddy Hield. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Caldwell Pope outside. Dedmon. Nurkic with the block.
Excellent defense by Nurkic on that play. He made sure that shot was not going anywhere near the rim.
And the dunk by Winslow.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. The Kings trail by 5. And Young kicks to Hield. Dedmon a screen. Young against Nurkic. There's the pick.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, just scanning the box score and looking at the rebound total tonight, I don't believe it. Shows the absolute passion he has for that part of the game.
Winslow lays it up off the glass. Winslow's got 6.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Bagley with the bucket.
And we saw this from Bagley in college. He has very good touch around the rim.
And here are the Heat now, leading by 5. And the Heat call time here.
And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly, sometimes that emotion really comes out.
A different look for Miami. Bam Adebayo is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Winslow. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Richardson. Now, here's Nurkic. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Miami no good on that time either. And you know, Greg, it's amazing the impact Young makes, especially, of course, on the offensive end.
High-level shot maker, a threat the moment he crosses half court. Instinctive playmaker, just needs to play more within himself and avoid over-dribbling.
Now, here's Wade, following the missed shot by Nurkic. Johnson inside. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope, and he comes up with the deuce.
He's reliable, capitalizing on the inside. You have to keep Johnson from getting in that close.
And here is Dedmon. Here's Young, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's on Damian Lillard. And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons. And I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
The first one falls.
Pretty obvious Young believes in his ability. A fearless shooter who also does a good job at orchestrating the offense.
Good on both. And the Kings not just rebuilding the roster, Brett, but also the franchise's reputation.
Well, agents and executives in the past year have been a little frustrated with the fickle leadership coming from the Sacramento Kings, and eventually those perceptions matter.
And Bam Adebayo, the 14th overall pick in 2017 out of Kentucky.
Yeah, his name seems to be pretty fitting, right? Like setting screens, bam, getting a dunk, bam. Tremendous athlete, and he can throw it down with some of the best power forwards in the game.
On the free throw, no good. The Kings trail by 7. And stolen by Lillard. To the inside. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Johnson. Nurkic has got his first basket of the night. Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Young dishes to Bagley. Back to Young. Out of bounds, Kings ball. Sacramento keeps possession. Clock at 4. Here's Bagley. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And that's all you can do on defense. Bagley, a gifted player who is used to scoring in the paint.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 15. Can't cash in from the high post.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Hield with the bucket.
And you love how Hield is always ready with his feet set. Once the ball hits his hands, it's off.
Feeds it to Wade. Back to Lillard. To the paint. Here's Wade. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. The Kings trail by 5. the wing, Hield. Wade is covering. Dedmon kicks to Young. Bagley sends a screen for Young.
Fundamental footwork and boxing out there that allowed him to rip that ball right off the rim.
Lillard, that's in there. Jackson with the assist. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And for Jusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Pass to Lillard. Pass to Adebayo. Johnson wide open. He fires. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And now a 10-point Heat lead. Sacramento's gone 7-15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Here's Kuzminskis. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Farrell. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And Yogi Ferrell, the undrafted Indiana product, but undrafted after staying all 4 years in Bloomington. But he has shown, Greg, to be a very strong player.
Yeah, and Ferrell is the perfect example of why you give a 4-year player a chance. Knows how to make the most of his time on the floor. I think he could start for a team. Maybe be the 6th man, lead the second unit, play off the guard. He is just such a versatile player.
First free throw is good. And some changes here for the Heat. Waiters comes in for Jusuf Nurkic. And Curry subbed in for Damian Lillard. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Well, Brent, the Heat with an experienced front office and one of the best young coaches in the league in Erik Spoelstra.
Spo's done a remarkable job. Tremendous amount of respect around the league for the way that Erik Spoelstra goes about his business, the way he handled the title runs and all those personalities and those dynamics. He has been fantastic and will coach in Miami for as long as he wants to. The way he goes about it is pride, work, and respect for anybody that walks through those locker room doors.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Sacramento making their last shot. Lead away. And it falls over the rim and in. Wade's got the lead up to 10 now for the Heat.
Excellent use in the mid-range area. You know that's one of his favorite shots.
Back to Labissiere. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Johnson, the pass to Curry. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists now tonight.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Kuzminskis. Labissiere in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Farrell for 3. No good on that one. And it's Miami the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, the Kings are certainly in full rebuild mode, adding to this roster with a bunch of young talent. Last season, the bottom 3 team in both offense and defense, and a bottom 4 in rebounding. So plenty of room to make strides this year.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Curry. And the Kings looking to develop their young players. Coach Yeager with a deep rotation.
Well, last season it was interesting. If you look at the minutes totals, there was no player that played more than 28 minutes a game. So multitude of players getting tons of opportunities, and they added some veterans in the locker room to try to help those guys along and provide some mentorship.
He hits one and misses one each at the line.
The Heat take great pride in what they try to do defensively, their activity, their awareness, their alertness. You know, this team, as they grow, right now they're committing a ton of fouls. That comes with the territory about learning some of these schemes and trying to be as physical as they like to be.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Farrell. He has 6. Here's Marjanovic. They can't stop the run with that one.
The defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
The pass to Kuzminskis. Banked in off the glass. Kuzminskis has got 5 now.
This is where you want the shots to come from, deep inside the paint and high percentage opportunities.
And Waiters kicks to Johnson. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's Kuzminskis. He's got 5. Passes it to Farrell. Inside. Here's Marjanovic. It's stolen. Curry way outside. That one doesn't go. And so it's Miami. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll return shortly. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Adebayo is out there with James Johnson. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then it's Curry. And it's Waiters in at the three.
Ooh, okay. That's how you attack. Wow. And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. It's good. And the Heat lead by 13.
Well, Waiters and confidence, they go together pretty well.
Pass to Kuzminskis. Here's Marjanovic. Farrell for 3. Trains the three-pointer.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
The Heat leading by 10. Waiters outside. Right side Curry. Johnson in the corner. And there's the 3-second violation. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Tuesday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando. Then on Thursday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. The Kings trail by 10. Farrell kicks to McLemore. Now here's Labissiere. He's guarded by Johnson. Labissiere with the screen for McLemore. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Farrell. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Farrell's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Outside Curry. Johnson the screen. Curry kicks to Wade. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 5 assists in the game. Pass to Labissiere. Back to Farrell. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Here's Kuzminskis. Another three for Sacramento.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dwayne Wade on the wing. Fades away. Again, the Heat good for two.
Everything falling for Wade right now. It's got to be in his team's best interest to keep finding him.
Farrell kicks to McLemore. Here's Marjanovic. And too long on the shot.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Down low. And it's Wade. That time on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 5 assists in the game. The Kings trail by 11. There's a screen by Marjanovic. 13 feet away. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Yeah, he's certainly able to shoot over the top of people. High percentage look right there from the mid-range.
Outside Curry. They set the screen. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Farrell passes to Labissiere. Down low. McLemore. And the dunk by McLemore.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does break. Waiters passes to Johnson. Here's Adebayo. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Adebayo's got 4 points in the quarter. The Kings trail by 11. And McLemore kicks to Marjanovic. Here's Farrell. Back to Marjanovic. Takes it from 10. Count it. Good.
Got to talk on defense. That left him all alone.
Heat have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Johnson outside. Wade outside. Over McLemore. They get it again. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
The one thing the Kings have gotten right, Brent, is this new home arena. It is one of the best in the league.
Well, on warm Sacramento nights, what's really cool about this place is they open it up. So you got the natural airflow. It sneaks in. It feels comfortable here. Something these fans can take a lot of pride in with what they've done in downtown Sacramento.
Line the lane. Line the lane. One shot.
The Kings trail by 12. Young passes to Bagley. Back to Young. They kick out to Hield. Off target from three-point range. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And that one drops.
Even though he's slightly built, Richardson does play a physical game. Remarkable how much contact he absorbs.
And stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Lays it in off the breakaway. Lillard's got 19 points.
Yeah, good job with the anticipation, and then the quick hands result in points off the break.
You know, sometimes you calculate the risks, and he did it there, but couldn't have turned out any better.
And the three ball is good.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
The Kings trail by 13. McLemore with the ball. Young, right side. Shot clock at 6. Here's Marjanovic, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Lillard against Young. Now, here's Lillard. Right side a screen. And that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half. And Young kicks to Bagley. Hield sets the pick for Bagley. Lillard against Young. And it's good for 2.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Right side, good.
And even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Hield against Richardson. They set the screen. Bagley dishes to Hield. Fires the 3. And it's Bagley that time on the assist by Hield. Hield's got 4 assists now tonight. Miami leading by 12. Lillard outside. He feeds it to Wade. Takes it off the glass. Wade's got 23 points.
Now, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Richardson against Hield. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. A different look for Miami. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Adebayo. And Winslow subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Sacramento also making some changes. Wayne Dedman comes in for Marjanovic. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Ben McLemore. Lillard the pass to Whiteside. And here's Richardson. Here's Nurkic. Misses off the left iron.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Got a piece of it. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Man, sometimes there's dunks and then there's mean dunks. That was a mean dunk.
Hield against Richardson. Now here's Hield. Tight defense on him. Bagley, no good. The Heat leading by 16. Now Winslow. Here's Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 11 in the second half.
Damian Lillard just working them over right now. One of the smaller guards in the league, but darts around so well to make plays.
Young inside. Covered by Lillard. That one goes in. And now 24 points for Trae Young.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Young against Lillard. Over Young. And it's Lillard missing. The Kings trail by 16. The feed to Caldwell-Pope. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Lillard against Young. Right side a screen. And Lillard kicks to Whiteside. Winslow dishes to Whiteside. Clock at 4 over Young. No good off the back of the rim. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. It's deflected.
Hard-nosed defender and Josh Richardson using a little bit of that length from the wing position to deny that one.
Five to shoot. Young passes to Devin.
Great defensive effort from Nurkic. Does not make that shot easy one bit.
Now the pass to Winslow. Young against Lillard. Inside up top. Here's Nurkic on the money from 12 feet away. And the Heat lead by 16.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Heat.
This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier, and they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win this one easily.
And all about the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance, never doubting one another, having that trust in your coaches. And I really like what we've seen here tonight. Boy, did they earn it.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Lillard.
He came in with a focus and brought that dominant performance to the defense all night long, controlling the pace of the game and was firing on all cylinders.
Both shots good from the stripe. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Young kicks to Caldwell Pope. Passes it to Dedmon. Back to Caldwell Pope. They kick out to Hield. They set the pick. It's hauled in by the Heat. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Right side a screen. Pass to Nurkic. Now Winslow. Dedmon defending. Right side a screen. A shot by Lillard. Wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Young outside. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Dame, you guys got off to a slow offensive start, but came back and got the win. What got going?
It wasn't the prettiest game. We didn't shoot the ball well, but we just had to find ourselves. I think we did a great job of sticking with it. Some shots started to fall and we was able to pull away.
And that ball goes in the basket, everything changes, right? Thanks, Dame. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.